The most expensive flight ticket in the world. In the so-called suite class of an Asian airline, you can fly from Singapore to New York for the incredible price of 2 small cars. But what do you actually get for the equivalent of 18,200 euros?
I'm just psyched out.
Reporter Carlotta takes a closer look at the flight in the ultimate luxury class.
Usually I would have to queue up in there right now to fly with my economy class ticket. But you could say I've hit the jackpot, because I am allowed to fly in the most expensive airline class in the world, and they have their own check-in, of course.
In the suite class, the all-round service starts as soon as you check in.
Normally I don't get a cloth in my hand, nor am I taken care of so nicely. I'm just a classic economy class flyer and I'm speechless.
No mass passenger handling. Here you take time for the wealthy customers.
I could get used to this.
This is the invitation to the private room. The private room is the airline's most noble airport lounge. But before our reporter is allowed to look around, she has to go through the security check. There are no queues at this security check. After 2 minutes, Carlotta is already on her way to the lounge.
This is business class now, but I'm not there yet.
Good afternoon. I'm right here? Yes. Perfect.
Carlotta now has just under an hour before departure, and she intends to use it by exploring what the most expensive flight ticket can get you while you're still on the ground.
I am so delighted to have received an invitation here. You can only come here if you're invited. It's all so exclusive here. You notice that only very few people sit here. Probably not that many people receive an invitation. Oh, and if you need a little more rest or something, there's a restroom here.
One of the lounge's highlights, the bathroom.
Oh my God, that's fantastic. A rain shower. You can fly around the world and come back here super fresh. You can take another shower and come out as neat as a pin.
Before taking off, Carlotta treats herself to a luxury class burger in the lounge's own restaurant. Singapore's airport is one of the largest in the world. Here you may have to walk for 20 minutes to get to your gate. With a suite class ticket in her hand, Carlotta is spared the walk.
Amazing. I don't even have to walk to the gate now. I've never been driven at an airport before. But hey, if you fly suite class, you'll get a ride to the gate. Awesome!
Carlotta enters the suite class via a separate entrance.
Should your seat, yeah?
Yeah, thank you.
And now it's getting really luxurious.
Many airlines are competing for a particularly well-heeled clientele with luxury offers above first class. Where you could accommodate around 100 economy passengers, there are now 12 exclusive suites, and that has its price. Anyone who wants to sit here has to pay 18,200 euros per ticket.
Charlotte, this is your seat for A.
Zwei Fenster für mich allein. All for myself?
Yes, all for yourself and privacy. The windows.
Yeah.
You can close up. Ta-da! Yep.
Very nice, very comfortable.
This is your vanity mirror. So you can put anything that you want from here. Right? And of course, these are the entertainment.
Thank you very much.
Yes, my pleasure.
Thank you.
So luxurious, you don't even come close to describing what this aircraft or suite class has to offer here.
A suite on the plane. That means 3 square meters, but every inch is used. As soon as the Airbus reaches cruising altitude, the suite class service will begin.
My name is Kasmuri. I'm the crew in charge today.
Kasmiri is the chief steward.
Thank you very much.
That service, it knocks my socks off. I've never had anything like it before, and there's more. Champagne!
Enjoy the drink.
Thank you very much.
Come back again.
Thank you.
Champagne. It's actually a little crazy. 12,000 meters above the clouds, I'm drinking champagne and sitting on an incredibly comfortable leather armchair. They're still not done. It's so absurd.
Yes, hello.
There's room on the plane for 12 suite class passengers, and they are looked after by a team of 4. The economy and business class holds 397 passengers. One crew member is responsible for about 20 guests.
Oh my god, this is so crazy. I'm starting to feel like a celebrity. I've always been happy to receive presents anyway, especially when they're so beautiful. This is great. What have we got here? A real perfume. And I'm not talking about a sample, I'm talking about a real perfume in a glass bottle. Lip balm, hand cream, just the things I need, as if they knew it beforehand. Almost mysterious.
Cuddly luxury nightwear for a relaxed sleep above the clouds is available for free as well.
Really comfortable sweatpants, perfect, as if they knew what kind of style I like.
Carlotta is particularly taken by the headphones. Are they also included in the airfare of 18,200 euros?
One question, is it allowed to keep this?
This too is actually for in-flight use.
Good thing I asked. Don't want to end up stealing anything from the suite class. I think I'll make myself comfortable now. No problem with this armchair, and it's got a footrest. It is absurdly great in this one. It's absolutely surreal. It feels a bit like I'm dreaming right now. I think I'd better get up again.
With such an exclusive ticket price, you also get exclusive visits.
How are you?
I'm very fine, hello.
It's a pleasure to have you on board.
Thank you very much.
Okay.
I have never been greeted by the captain himself on a plane. Oh god, I think I even blushed a bit. I have flown economy all my life. This room alone knocks my socks off. Now I have to choose a meal from a fancy menu that is completely leather-bound, and I'm just psyched out.
In the most expensive flight class, you can eat at any time. However, the choice is limited because on board you can only heat up and not cook. Carlotta puts her meal together. 2 different starters, 2 soups, a salad, 4 main courses and 2 desserts. Appetizers, cheese and fruit are also included. Sounds good, but it also costs a lot of money. So, who can afford such a luxury trip? Carlotta has done some research.
I heard that Leonardo DiCaprio was flying here as well.
Yes. Unfortunately, I can't divulge because we have to protect their privacy.
Celebrity names must not be given away. I think that says it all. But Leonardo DiCaprio was here, 100%.
Now, passengers in economy class are also getting their meal. Here, of course, they eat what's put on their folding tables. For our reporter, the culinary excursion begins with an appetizer.
Now, for the first time in my life, I'm going to eat caviar.
The airline serves 1.5 tons of caviar to its VIP passengers every year. However, raw fish eggs are and will remain a matter of taste.
It's definitely fishy. It's very salty, and I think that's why I actually quite like it, which I didn't expect, to be honest.
The drinks served in the suite class include 4 exclusive red wines, champagne, white and port wine. Carlotta stays with the champagne with the soup and salad.
Charlotte, here's the main course, a rack of lamb with mint juice.
Okay, now let's be honest. I've often eaten above the clouds, but nothing compared to this, and I just wonder how you managed to get such a meal onto a plane. And that's why I just had to see that for myself in Singapore.
Before the flight, Carlotta had an appointment with Hermann Freidank. The catering chef is responsible for everything that this airline puts on the table. The catering company operates a special vacuum chamber to test the flavour of food under flight conditions. We simulate 30,000 feet. The whole thing takes 20 minutes for us to get up there. The door closes. It takes 20 minutes until the door opens again. So if you have to go somewhere quickly, you'd better go before we go in.
Okay, let's get started.
On board an aircraft, the earthly kitchen rules no longer apply. Above the clouds, more salt and more sugar must be added to the food, but less acid and bitter substances. The taste changes in the air, of course.
Why is that?
The mucous membranes dry out after some time. Because it's hermetically sealed up here, humidity is below 10%.
Is there any food that doesn't work at all in the air, that just can't be served at all?
When it comes to pressure, it has more to do with taste and the fact that on long-haul flights, some things, like fine salads for example, just wilt because it's too dry. Some other things are not very good when you reheat them, which is what we have to do here.
What food works really well above the clouds?
Oh, goulash. Goulash is best. But a demanding clientele can't be fobbed off with goulash. That's why far more exquisite dishes find their way into the hot cabinet here.
This is a dinner for the suite class?
This is a meal for the suite class. This is also cooked here, and then it goes on board like this and is heated by the crew, who pay attention to the colour, which is very important, especially with greens, which easily loses its colour. So we cook it and put it straight into ice water to keep the colour.
The tips and tricks of aircraft catering.
The dishes for the premium class are not produced in the canteen kitchens of the economy and business class, but in their own premium kitchen. The food is taken out of the oven warm and put into a blast chiller. In other words, from 180 degrees C, the temperature goes down, so you can interrupt the cooking process and cook it spot on to allow for the heating up process. Because above the clouds, even luxury food has to be heated up.
All this work just so I can end up eating on the plane.
And all that work is what Carlotta was able to enjoy just now.
I am so full now that if I lay down, I would fall asleep immediately. So I'd better take a little digestive walk first. We're flying in an A380, which is a double-decker. I've never been on a plane with 2 floors. I really want to walk up a flight of stairs at 12,000 meters above the clouds. Okay, so business class is luxury at its finest, but the contrast is pretty striking. There are 4 times as many people here compared to the suite class.
Carlotta's excursion into the world of luxury above the clouds is heading for its climax. Her suite is being transformed into a comfortable sleeping chamber. This can also be booked as a double bed, by the way.
This plane is simply incredible. My God, I have a bed. Man, they just top everything. I'm gonna throw on some sleepwear. I want to get into my bed. This is how you sleep in the luxury suite class, including slippers for your walk to the bedroom, you could say. I bet you I will sleep like a baby.
Miss Carlotta, may I start you in?
Oh, yes, that would be great.
And anyone flying celebrity style will also be put to bed by the stewardess.
Carlotta, ich wünsche Ihnen
Good night and sleep well.
kommen Sie gut.
Thank you.
Carlotta only has a few more hours as a guest in the luxury suite, and she wants to make the best of it.
So I'll just say goodnight to you now. See you later.
Shortly after sunrise, the research trip is almost over.
I slept like a baby as expected. It was just wonderful. But I was only a guest in the suite class, and now it's back to reality.
And that means economy class.
Okay, so the contrast is even greater than expected. So many seats. Okay, so it's 3 times as difficult to get into your seat in the economy class, although I have to say that this one is really comfortable. But compared to the suite class, it's a different world.
Conclusion: you can fly like a prince if you pay the princely price. Exclusive service, your own suite with a bed. Champagne and delicious meals, though they are warmed up. Does this luxury justify the €18,200 price tag? This question is likely to remain a luxury problem.